Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Michael. I've never made a video before like this, and I don't know if I will again, but I'm just gonna go on a rant. This is an open letter to Call of Duty Zombies. This is not a video essay. Do not expect any polished production. It's just me, a microphone, a camera, and Jason Blundell. We lost the plot, man. I want to say halfway through Black Ops 3. Like, Black Ops 3 is probably my most played COD Zombies that I still play. I'll sometimes do cross-platform Black Ops 2 occasionally with friends if I'm feeling a little nostalgic. I want to play a little Buried, you know. I used to like Die Rise a lot, but we've lost the plot. The last Call of Duty Zombies game that I had played or had the game mode of zombies that I did play was Cold War, and I only played the first two maps. It was the remake of Noct, and then you had another one that was like something no she was Zetsubo or not Zetsubo. I don't remember. It was in some other military base that was out in an Asian country, and it had like the ray gun Mark IV. Mark IV. What are we doing, guys? It's so lazy. I used to love Call of Duty Zombies. My most played game to this date is probably Black Ops 3, but I didn't play World at War, but I played Black Ops 1. And then I had all the Black Ops 1 maps that came with the Moon DLC so that I could play the World at War maps. And oh my god. That was peak horror. Playing Verrückt for the first time shat my pants. I didn't even touch Call of Duty Zombies. I got Black Ops at 10 years old. A 10-year-old kid me. I turned 1-0. I turned double digits. My parents took me to the Texas Roadhouse. I asked for Call of Duty Black Ops because all my cousins had that game. Modern Warfare 3 already came out. I wanted Black Ops 1. I didn't even think I was going to get it. And then the whole dinner goes through, oh man, fuck, I'm not going to get Call of Duty. Don't matter. To-go box comes up. The waitress has a smirk on her face. She says, here's your to-go box for your steak. 10-year-old me eating a freaking 8-ounce sirloin going, oh, I'm full. Brings it over. Oh, I open it up. It's Black Ops 1. I never even played Kino until my neighbor came over and played Kino with me. I didn't touch zombies. I was so scared. As a 10-year-old, so scared. But the second my friend Marion came over, Marion, shout out to you. I hope you're doing well. He came over and we played Kino for the very first time. And for that entire summer, he would come over every day. We'd play split screen online. And I got addicted. I was hooked. First time I got the Thunder Gun, I did the exploit that you found off YouTube that's not even real. You go up to the mystery box. You buy it when it flashes yellow. You stab it. You go down. You do a 360 prone. You come back up. You stab it again. You press square. Boom. Thunder Gun. What an experience. Oh my god. And dare I say, Nazi Zombies is better than Zombies. Because you had the horror and the mystery element of the radios scattered throughout the maps. The Easter eggs that you did were in relation to some World War II deep cut Nazi secret projects looking for these wonder weapons, which was a real thing. Die Glock, it was real. They tried to create UFOs and flying devices in the Bell. Die Glock, the Bell. We have Der Riese. You have the Flytrap Easter egg from Der Riese that's related to a real pylon that exists out in the woods of Germany. It had historical grounding, even though it existed in a parallel timeline in which there was Group 935, and you had all these experiments, and Element 115, and then as I got older, I watched fucking Joe Rogan, because of course I did. I'm a straight white guy. And then you see this guy, Bob Lazar, go on Joe Rogan, and he talks about
Element 115
is a real thing. When I learned about that, whoa. Hats off to you, fucking Mr. Blundell. Holy moly. But there used to be a lore. There used to be a mystery. And in Black Ops 3, you had this shift. I argue even in Black Ops 2, in the color scheming. in the way in which shadows and highlights are rendered in the game and the lighting, you started to have more of these neons and these colorful colors that took away from the edge. Shadows of Evil. You look at Shadows of Evil, dude. When Shadows of Evil came out, that for me was like the 5 of Black Ops 3.
What's the storm, Dick? Sit down.
Because everyone played Kino in Black Ops 1. You only played 5 when you got tired of Kino because you didn't have any of the other DLCs yet. Hell, I know people that still never even bought the DLCs and played the crap out of Kino, but then if you weren't going to play Kino, then you played 5. 5 was the secondary map. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for it and a lot of hate for it, but like Shadows of Evil tried to do Mob of the Dead, but there is built-in horror in Alcatraz. I remember when they were doing research for Mob of the Dead and they went to Alcatraz Island, all the developers from Treyarch, and they heard the horror stories about how there was these red eyes that would be in the isolation cell. And that there were these myths and there was all these things surrounding Alcatraz that had this mystery. So then you could justify a time loop in which they're stuck and they're repenting for their sins, and then you have the Weasel and all these other characters trying to escape and break the cycle. It made sense. And the map was digestible. Shadows of Evil, overstimulating as fuck. There's so much on the map. There's too much, and you have all these neon signs, and oh my god, we're in Morgue City. Oh, this is awesome. I'm sorry, but that wasn't Call of Duty Zombies. That was a departure. And that's why they included the Giant, because they had to bring some sort of familiarity, because they were going in a new horizons, new frontiers, new territories, where we're expanding what it means in Call of Duty Zombies. I don't care, man. I don't. They had the Margwa. Ugh, okay, the Apothecant Servant, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the baby Arnie's. Like, there's still Easter eggs on that map that have yet to be uncovered. I understand that. But once we get into the Ether storyline, dude, it's like that Family Guy meme about how The Godfather insists upon itself. Call of Duty Zombies began to insist upon itself. It began to self-aggrandize itself and make it into something bigger than what it should have been. There should have been more left to the player to discover in terms of the story and narrative, rather than in to beat the Easter egg and to get the little thing that you get in Black Ops 3, and then you complete all the Easter eggs. No casual player is just gonna fucking rip an Easter egg. Oh my god. And I will say Der Eisendrache was a peak map, because it implemented and it had the exact same playstyles, Origins. It was limited in scale and size. It wasn't too big. It was the perfect map size. Shadows of Evil, any map that has a travel system implemented into it is too big for its own good. Less is more. Verrückt. Arguably, everyone's going to say Verrückt is the scariest map of all time. It was. Because you're claustrophobic. You can't run around the zombies unless you're a trained god. And if you remember what training used to be called, I love you, man. I probably have played with you on my fucking PS3. The community of Call of Duty Zombies used to be so enriched. Because I'm just getting flashbacks. I used to play the crap out of Moon. Moon on Black Ops 1, I probably played the most out of any map in Black Ops 1. Kino and Moon are hand in hand. But, Moon was awesome because it was the pinnacle of this conspiracy narrative of these shadow governments operating beneath the German government, beneath the American government. Then you also have, oh my gosh, in Shinonuma, you had this, I think it's the Japanese alternative version. That's how they got Tokyo. It was based in this espionage, secret military experimental side. Then you get Area 51, the holy grail of the American conspiracy zeitgeist in relation to zombies and alien and teleportation technology. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. And part of the culture of zombies that has degraded over time, that it is just hand in hand with Call of Duty in general, and the culture, I guess you could say, is that I used to go into a public lobby of Moon. I would join it, and I was probably 14 at the time, and on my PS3, you could go into the voice settings, and you can kind of dial your voice either really, really high and be, like, annoying, or you could put it, like, really down low, and, like, it's bassy. And I was 14, but I would put it 1 or 2 down, just so I could sound a little bit older. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. But I would get in games with people that I wonder what they're up to now. You know, I had made so many friends that I would just play zombies with that were, when I was 14, at minimum they were 18, 19, dudes that were married with kids that would just get on this fucking game at night, you know, not waste away for a few hours, but do some rounds, train a little bit, you know, get some good guns, get some good perks, build something up. And then it existed also as a form of like occupation that someone is doing. Like, someone is doing a task, they're playing zombies, right? My dad's a therapist, and what he does when he plays when he does therapy with children is that he has a game of Connect 4, or they'll play Uno or some other game where if someone is occupied on the game, that opens them up to where their guard is down and they can talk. And I used to have those interesting conversations about life with people on Call of Duty Zombies. And that community's gone. That community's gone because you get on the game now, it's who's getting lightning staff if you're playing Origins Remastered. I don't play the new shit. I don't give a fuck about Black Ops 7. I don't care if Richthofen's back. What are we doing? There's care packages. There's fucking... You can get a Juggernaut suit like it's fucking multiplayer. It's so overstimulating. It's like fucking Instagram Reels or TikTok of video games. I am being bombarded. The zombies are traced in outlines. You can see them through like walls and shit. I don't want to play that, man. I want to be immersed into a world where I don't have a fucking HUD or surrounding me in a fucking 360 around my screen, because I want to feel alone. I want to feel like I am isolated and I'm stuck here with a fucking 1911 pistol or whatever starter pistol it is, Luger, Mauser, whatever the fuck, and I have to survive. That's zombies, man. Not show up and I have a loadout pre-dedicated, and then I'm going to put a reticle on it, and I'm also going to put a laser, and I'm going to put a stock on the back so I can improve and level up, because the whole game is about a leveling up system to keep you fucking entertained and playing, because everyone's attention span is so fried. I feel like Alex Jones right now talking about COD.
That's destiny, that's will, that's striving.
It's ridiculous. And it's just sad. Because I still play Black Ops 3 to this day. I get into cursed lobbies with people that are max prestige with fucking 8 rows of perkaholics. I love it. And it's the closest I can get back to BO1. Maybe I'm nostalgic. I don't know. But I want to feel like I have a pistol. I'm stuck in a fucking research lab somewhere that I shouldn't be, and I am cooked. No one is coming for me. I'm not getting evac'd. I'm not getting extracted. There is no mission. It's just like I came here for intel and research, and then I set something off, and oh my god, now there's zombies. It's awesome. It's horror. Zombies isn't horror anymore. It's just... Candy Crush. I don't fucking know. Like, it's so difficult to explain. I wish I could articulate it better, but I would rather do this in a dump form than a video essay and have it written out, just because, like... And this isn't even something that, like, dictates my life, you know? This isn't something that like, I'm gonna die on this hill. No, I'm just ranting because I like to. And, it's just sad, dude. It's just sad. Because I just feel like Call of Duty Zombies is like a reflection of culture. Sure, maybe, you know, that would be a fun video essay trying to justify how COD Zombies is a reflection of modern consumer culture or whatever the fuck. But like, it kind of is, because they just keep packaging it to make it look bigger and brighter and more colorful. And oh, you can do this. Oh, you can do this. Strip it down, bro. Put the fries in the bag, man. Just give me a zombies map with a cold color palette, great sound design, good guns, and a justified reason for existing. Like Black Ops 4 fucking had, you're in a mansion and I think there's a werewolf involved or something. And we're in some like Victorian mansion and it's like American Werewolf in London or something. Like it's some Aleister Crowley shit. That had potential. But it's still off. It's like we're gonna go to an extravagant location. Like 9? 9 is a cool map. Is it Call of Duty Zombies? I don't know. Voyage of Despair. I remember for years them talking about a Titanic map. Oh, there's going to be a Paris map. Oh, there's going to be a map underwater. A Titanic map. On paper, it's cool. What does the Titanic have to do with zombies? And the way that they justify it is, oh, this is an alternate storyline. This isn't the Ether storyline. Now we're in another one. No one cares, bro. No one cares. Like, and then they removed the perk system because they wanted to make it more balanced. And, oh, we're going to try and implement these other perks. And they made perks like Gobblegum, so you select your perks before the game starts. But it's like, you're trying to create different play styles, but you're limiting the perks that I can buy in a single fucking game. Like, huh? Let me have choice. But it's simulated choice. And then continuing in Cold War, you had class systems for a zombies game, bro? This is not Left 4 Dead. We're not doing that. They tried that with, it was in Call of Duty Ghosts, Extinction. Extinction was like a Left 4 Dead level. Okay, cool. Thank God it was its own thing. Thank God it was separated. I still like it. I watched a video essay on it the other day while I was eating fucking Reese's Puffs. Extinction was kind of cool, but it was its own game. It was separated. The COD Zombies can be spliced up into distinct eras, surely. Awesome. But I think COD Zombies ended at BO3. It was done. It was wrapped. It was over with. But it was the only profitable thing that was making people come back to play Call of Duty games other than the multiplayer once they introduced, what's it called? The Fortnite shit. It's a battle royale, whatever it is. Warzone. It was just another means of bringing people back and returning customers to buy the next game. I chugged a fucking Celsius and now it's 3 a.m. and I'm talking about COD Zombies, bro. Think about that. That's how much I cared about this game. Like, it was so influential in my life. I don't think I would have gotten into like Joe Rogan and all that crap if it wasn't for the conspiracy aspect of Call of Duty Zombies. Having a meteor crash onto the earth, and then they built a research facility around it, and they're like, wait a second, we can make things. We can teleport things. We can make electronic weapons of mass destruction. Wow. Riveting. An American tries to infiltrate. His parachute gets captured and stuck. Peter McCain's dead corpse hangs from the ceiling. In Shinonuma. Oh. You know? Versus, we're in Morgue City. We're a boxer, a lady of the night, a magician, and a detective who have all sinned, are stuck in a time loop, and they must escape. 4 unknown American soldiers crash in the middle of a German airfield, and they find an air bunker. And when they hide in it, the undead come for them. Nacht der Untoten Night of the Living Dead. Oh. Origins. It's cool. Excavation Paris 1918, World War I. We find the Knights Templar and their secrets. And they used to have these powerful weapons, these powers from God. These godlike powers. And there was 4 men who used to wield these staves back in time. Then you find out it's the main fucking characters. Because they went back in time. After all this shit.
That's destiny. That's will. That's striving.
Beautiful. Beautiful. The Great War. It sets up BO3. But once we get to the Great War, and it's about the apothecaries, I don't care. There's a difference between navigating the paranormal and the supernatural. Bear with me now. The paranormal exists in this almost like SCP kind of this, this situation shouldn't happen, but it did. Or, forgive me in my articulation of this, but, you know what I mean? Like, I liked when I was getting breadcrumbed and that there were these secret things that I didn't know much about. Maybe, naivety or, ignorance is bliss or whatever. But once it gets to where it is this concrete, these are the bad guys, these are the villains. Oh, it turns out that there are these supernatural entities from another dimension. Boring. I like, get me out of here. I hope this makes sense. I really do. And if you want me to actually articulate my thoughts further and like write a script, let me know in the comments below. Because if I did have more time, I would make a banging video on Call of Duty Zombies, but I don't know if that's my forte. I just kind of wanted to talk about it and complain a little bit because, I'm a complainer, whatever. But Call of Duty Zombies has lost the plot. We went in too far deep into this supernatural world of the apothecans, and then we had a soft launch and we had to reboot the entire thing and start over, and then every time that it just continues, it's like, dude, let Richtofen be dead, bro. He got his end in Black Ops 2. Then he came back in Black Ops 3 from an alternate timeline. Then we're in an alternate of an alternate of an alternate timeline. I'm tired of this multiverse crap. I'm like, bore me to death, bro. Have I even seen Doctor Strange? No. It bores me.